Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am out walking and talking. Can you believe it? Today is Monday, March 16th, 2026. And this is a miracle for me because since I had a sedentary kind of lifestyle from about 2020 to actually part of 2020, I was on a fitness journey and a weight loss journey and all the things. So I got more sedentary as work got more stressful because I was working for not only the chief of staff at my company, but also the president of workforce recruitment. And I was a project manager. I had a title called strategic delivery manager, but basically it was project management. And that just became very stressful. And anytime that I start overfunctioning and life becomes more stressful, or I get really caught up in what I'm doing, my fitness and my weight tends to just go up. The cortisol, the adrenaline, all the things. And so anyways, then on top of that, I was smoking cigarettes. Oh, by the way, subscribe to my channel. And kind comments are appreciated. Hit the notification bell, all that stuff. But anyways, I was also working from home. So in between meetings, I would be smoking cigarettes. So over time, my level of fitness deteriorated so much so that walking and talking didn't even seem like a possibility. I mean, even getting to the airport and not being able to even make it from one destination to the gate without having to sit down and rest, just because of shortness of breath and all the things. So needless to say, it's exciting to be able to walk and talk. And also walking and talking helps me because I get so bored when I'm walking that it's easy to start focusing on how my legs hurt, how my hips hurt, how I'm bored out of my mind, and I just want to go back home and get back on my phone and do whatever it is that I have on my phone to do. So anyways, I'm doing this challenge with this group of ladies on Facebook. I've talked about them, the empowering women, promoting health and fixing crowns, and they're going on a cruise. And so they decided to start a fitness journey, and I decided to join the fitness journey just one day at a time, see what I can do. And because of that, I've been posting my progress in the group. And because I'm being held accountable or holding myself accountable and posting my progress in the group, this is now day 4, and I'm motivated to get out and walk. And if I walk and talk, it's much easier to pass the time because I'm not watching the clock every minute going, oh God, or I'm not paying attention to, oh, I've only gone this far. So my goal today, the first day, I think I maybe did 10 minutes. And then the second day, I think I did 15 minutes. Today, I don't know how much I could do because my nose and eyes start watering due to my sinuses, and I forgot to bring some tissue. But we'll see how much I could do. Yesterday, I did 20 minutes, and right now I've only done 4 minutes, and I'm feeling pretty good. It's nice and beautiful outside. It's not too hot. And the thing is I don't know if I'll be able to sustain this when the weather gets hotter, but I also have gym memberships, so, that's a possibility as well. But anyways, here I am walking and talking, which is a beautiful thing, because with the smoking and then the weight gain and the sedentary lifestyle, I just didn't think that this would be possible. And I'm loving that it is possible. And maybe one day I'll also be able to join friends who want to walk and we can walk and talk. But I didn't think that was possible. I think I recorded a video that's on my old YouTube channel where I went to the Pretty Girls Walk event and I couldn't even make it. I think I made it a mile. And it was a 3-mile walk. So I'm getting better. The other thing I want to point out is that I've been talking about and posting pictures of my watch, and I realize that my watch is probably inaccurate. It's not a fancy Apple Watch. It's a very inexpensive watch, and it's probably not tracking the distance properly, because yesterday I did map my walk and it said 0.79 miles, and my watch was significantly higher than that. So whatever I've reported prior to today, 3/16/2026, may not be exactly correct. So what else do I want to talk about? Yesterday I enjoyed the event that I went to, the painting event, and it was a sisterhood circle. And I really, there was a lady in there who was going through some significant stuff, and she shared, and it really took a lot out of me to just relax and let her have space to talk and not try to jump in, try to soothe her too much. I did offer her some tissue, but not trying to jump in and share a relatable story or jump in and give her advice or anything like that. I just kind of tried to stay quiet as much as possible. And, other ladies in the group jumped in and gave her support. But, I'm really just practicing not overfunctioning and not overdoing and not trying to solve people's problems. Let them work it out with God and solve things for themselves. So I didn't really know exactly what to say since I've been working on this. And so I just kind of stayed pretty quiet while she shared what she was going through, and offered her some tissue and told her she could keep the pack. That was my my contribution. But I am kind of trying to stay in my own lane. You know what I mean? Like, I want to offer support, but I don't know how to do it without getting overly involved in trying to solve somebody else's problems. Okay. All right. We got half the walk done already, which is great. And so, anyways, yesterday for the group, which is a different group of ladies, because as I've said in my vlogs, that what I experienced last year is that I was too enmeshed with one friend. And so now I'm very, very intentional about making sure that I have a wider circle. And so yesterday's sister circle that I went to was with Girls Night in Paint and Sip. And then today, what I'm talking about for the fitness challenge is the Empowering Women Promoting Health and Fixing Crowns group, which is a whole different group of women. And I love that. I love having some variety so that I never end up in that vulnerable position again. The other thing I would say is that I'm really excited that I got all my vlogs caught up, except for the most recent one. And I got that all done because sometimes, even though it's easy to press the button and record, when it comes to the editing part, that's the part that's like, oh God, now I gotta edit all this stuff. And it's not like I do a lot of editing, but still, to put all the clips together, to re-listen to them, to make sure I didn't say something crazy that I don't want to post, to add some text to it and all that stuff takes some time. So I'm glad that I got that done, because sometimes I can get overwhelmed by it and then not want to do it. And then the content builds up on my phone, then I start running out of space, blah-de-blah, boom-de-boom. But so excited that I have my new vlog channel up and that I have new content on my channel. All right, let me take a break. So I didn't think that I wanted to be accountable and be posting my progress to the group, but because I was afraid that I would be all gung-ho in the beginning and then I would fall off and not do it anymore. And the other thing I was afraid of is that I would put too much pressure on myself to try to be perfect in front of other people. And then, like, if I'm out with them eating and then them acting like the food police and all that stuff, or criticizing what I'm doing and all the things. But so far, this group seems to be very supportive in allowing you to do what you feel is best on your own journey. And so I appreciate that about them. And I feel safe enough to share. And so with that being said, even just a few minutes ago, I really wanted to quit, like go back home. It's like, well, I'm at 11 minutes, so I can go back home now. But because I know that I'm holding myself accountable to the group, it's like, no, you can do a little bit more, because, it's a sense of pride and a sense of like accomplishment, and then they cheer you on. And so I wanted to push myself to go a little bit further. I think I started at 7:11. It's now 7:28, which is great because I'm at 17 minutes, which is awesome, super awesome. And now I really can go back to the house, which I'm around the corner from. But yeah, just didn't want to get too caught up in posting to the group and then getting busy and getting caught up in work. But see, that's the thing, is anytime I get caught up in work or caught up in projects and things, that's when I fall off. And so it's probably a good thing. And so I decided that also too, since they're going on a cruise around the same time as my birthday, that I can make it a birthday challenge for me and have a milestone to see how far I get through to my birthday. So that kind of gives me a mini goal to see what I could do between now and my birthday. And so I really love this group, and I love the support that I'm receiving. And I also love how I'm supporting myself, how I'm loving on myself, how I'm showing up in the world, how I'm being my authentic self. I love that for me. And I love that I'm not doing anything for anybody. I'm just showing up, doing my little job, and living my life and enjoying my life. So that's a wonderful thing. And do you know how exhilarating it feels after a walk, especially in the fresh air like this, when it's nice and cool outside? Oh, the endorphins are so, I don't know what the word is I'm trying to do or trying to think of, because I'm winded. But yeah, I'm loving the support. And even if I didn't join the journey, nobody was forcing me to. And that was also important, you know. It was important for me to make my own decision and not feel pressured into groupthink. And everybody in the group is not doing it, because the group is not just about fitness. But like I said, if I wasn't doing it, my ass wouldn't be out here walking this morning. And so this is a beautiful thing. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but when I'm walking, my sinuses go crazy and my eyes start watering. And so if you see tears in my eyes, they are not tears of sadness or tears of joy. They're just my eyes watering. Whew. Okay, we're at the house almost, so I'm gonna let this go. I will take a picture of my watch and show my progress. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Reminder to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and it helps me. It helps me to know that you're out there listening. But it also helps me to just talk and to share my story. And so this is Nicole D. Ford, Vegas, Nicole D. Ford vlogger, signing off. I made it. And I think I did my 20 minutes. We'll see. Hello. It is Tuesday, March 17th, and I am sitting in the parking lot at Planet Fitness, and it's kind of a little bit discombobulating or confusing to me, because I am recording videos and content that I'm posting to the Empowering Women's group that I'm in, and but those videos are a little bit more revealing and intimate, and I don't want to yet record them or post them to my YouTube channel, because I'm not ready for that. With the ladies in the group, I feel a little bit more safe, and I'm not ready to post the content to my YouTube channel. So it's kind of like, okay, what did I talk about this morning when I did my walk and talk versus which is in the Empowering Women's group, versus what I want to say here. But what I do want to say here is that I did not think that I wanted to put myself out there and hold myself accountable in front of other people in the group, in terms of making goals and then having to stick to the goals and all the things. Because my life, I live by my intuition, which is a little bit more fluid and going based on how I feel and those kinds of things. But what I would say is the good thing about having kind of made some goals in the group and made a commitment is that today I was just laying in the bed relaxing, and was thinking about, just winding down my day on my phone, social media, scrolling, a little bit of video games, and my to-do list is on my phone. Everything is on my phone, so I can basically lay in the bed and be on my phone getting shit done. And I decided that since I have a goal, a personal internal goal that I've made and that I've shared with the group, that I'm trying to do 4,000 steps per day on average. And right now I have on two watches, which I'll show you a picture of my two watches. One watch says that I've walked 3,500 steps, and the other watch says that I've walked 3,100 steps, or 3,093. And so I'm not sure exactly which watch is accurate, but I just said to myself, you know what, I just want to get to 4,000 because that's kind of what I set as a goal for the group. And we are posting in the group, holding ourselves accountable in front of each other. And I want to tomorrow be able to say that I did the 4,000 steps on both watches. And so I decided, rather than just laying in the bed doing basically nothing productive, that I would go ahead and just drive down the street to Planet Fitness, because it's not that far from my house, and just go ahead and get the rest of the 4,000 steps in. Now, granted, I could have gone on a walk outside because it's a beautiful evening, but part of me didn't want to like run into neighbors and then have people start talking to me and all the things, because as much as I like talking on camera, the idea of getting caught up in a conversation with the neighbor is not an appealing idea for me, because that just interrupts my flow. And having a one-way conversation, I could stick to my train of thought, versus a two-way conversation. Then I'm listening, and as I'm listening, then I can start feeling the pain in my body and all the things. It's not the same as concentrating on what I have to say. So anyways, until I get a YouTube channel that's popping with a lot of subscribers and all the things, it's helping me stay accountable in the group of women, and it's a little bit more intimate. And then now I can kind of understand why people put their journeys on YouTube, because then people will come for you in the comments and, be checking on you and all the things. So we'll see if I ever get to that level. On my vlogger channel, I only have 5 subscribers. And I think 2 or 3 of them are my other channels subscribing to myself. So anyway, let's see how I do. I want to get to 4,000, and I'm motivated, and so we'll see what happens. The other thing I would say is that the pink watch is a newer watch, and the pink watch, unlike the black watch, has a way to put in your stride in there. And so I need to Google that to figure out exactly what my stride is and what I need to put in the pink watch. So the pink watch ultimately might be more accurate if I can put in a stride in there. I don't think the stride in there right now is correct, which is why it's is showing 500 steps less than the black watch. And so I'll need to work on that and figure that out. And I'm going to Google it and figure out what to put in the pink watch. Because right now I think the pink watch says something ridiculous, like, I don't know what it says. Regardless of whether the pink watch today is accurate or not, I'm going to go for trying to get to the 4,000 steps on the pink watch, and then I'll fix it when I get home, hopefully. So before I go in, the other thing I would add is that what's funny is that I really like exercise and how I feel after I exercise. It's usually just a matter of getting started and going to do it. That's usually the problem. And then the other problem is that, I can't be active on my phone while I'm working out. And I think I might be a little bit addicted to my phone. And so that's the other thing, is the combination of the boredom and not being able to occupy my mind while I'm working out. And then the getting started, like just going and doing it. So hopefully by being in this group and having a goal, a simple goal of 4,000 steps, that will motivate me to keep this going. I don't know how many days I'm on now of my walks, but I've been doing really well, and I love that for me. So the other thing I was going to say, I can't remember, so I'm going to move on and go ahead and, and the other way I said to myself, well, if I go down to Planet Fitness, then I can reward myself with a massage. So I'm going to get a hydro massage if it's not too crowded in there. Okay, so I really need to fix this pink watch, because Right now it's on 3,300 steps, and I started off at 3,093. And my other watch logged way more steps than that. And so now I'm at 4,112. And I walked so many steps, and I kept checking my watch, my watches, and the pink watch wasn't changing at all. Like, it stayed on 3,182 for the longest. So I couldn't get to 4,000 steps on the pink watch because I was like, hell no, I'm not going for however long it's going to take to do that. So anyway, I will figure out what adjustments I need to make to the pink watch. I did get to 4,100 on the black watch, so I'm happy with that. Had a nice hydro massage, and now I'm headed back home. All right. Good morning. Is it still morning? Yes, it's still morning. It's like 10:40. Oh my God, what a beautiful day today. I'm out walking again. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to sustain this because it's getting hotter and hotter outside. But, you know, I used to get up early in the morning, and every once in a while I would get up early in the morning and walk. But also, too, when I work events, I have to walk. So I'm sure I'll get my walking in. But, you know, I forced myself to get out of bed and get this walk going. Maybe one day I'll have the amount of subscribers, engagement to my YouTube channel. Maybe I'll have that one day. And that I'll be accountable to my YouTube community. But right now I don't really have that, so just being accountable to myself and then to this group that I'm in. Yeah, it's hot outside. We'll see. But you know what? That's also why I have a gym membership. So, and I have a treadmill at home. So we'll see. But anyway, I can also get up earlier and walk, and I can also do a late evening when it's not too dark, kind of a walk too. And so I also have a pool, so I can also start exercising in the pool. But anyway, my goal today is to do at least 20 minutes, but I would also like to get to a mile on my walking using the Map My Walk app. Not my watch, but Map My Walk. And I've been getting around 0.8 miles, but I would like to go a mile. So I would say that part of the challenge with that is that it's kind of boring walking in my neighborhood, but at least what I like about my neighborhood is it's nice and clean and peaceful, and there's not a lot of extra traffic or anything, but every street is a cul-de-sac, and so it kind of gets boring just walking down the cul-de-sac and then turning around and coming back. So I could go out the gate and walk around, but then that becomes a big commitment. Like, you really sure you want to walk that far? Because going around, I would have to go around out the gate, down the street, through the whole community. But that would be an easy way to definitely get in that mile. But I don't know that I'm ready to do that today. So anyway, you know, you've heard me talk about Terry Cole and the book Too Much. And she also has a book called Boundary Boss. And I haven't finished reading the books yet, but they've definitely helped me, and her posts on YouTube and Instagram have definitely helped. I'm going to either have to start walking earlier in the morning when it's not so hot, or I'm gonna have to start walking in the gym or on my home treadmill more, because of this heat in Vegas is no joke. But anyways, what I was saying is that Terry Cole, I'm subscribed to her email list as well, and she sent something this morning about, or maybe I think I saw the post actually on Instagram, and she posted about friendships and friendships breaking up. And so I am going to try to not walk and talk anymore this morning, and I'm going to listen to her YouTube video, and hopefully when this vlog finally gets posted to my channel, I will remember to post a link to the video if I find it good and compelling. Oh, whew. Yeah, I'm only at 4 minutes, and I'll show you the gate where I could walk out, but it's like once I walk out that gate, I'm definitely gonna have to commit to walking all the way around, and so that might be too much for me. And there's the gate, and so if I walk out that gate, then I have to walk all the way around my neighborhood, and I'm not sure I'm ready to do that. And even I don't think I can come back in through that way, and there's also a cul-de-sac right there, so let's just call it goals. Well, anyway, I am going to turn this off now and start watching the Terry Cole video. I won't watch it, I'll just listen to it, and we'll see if I get bored and want to quit early. But I'm hoping to get to a mile. But like I said, it's hot, so I don't know about that. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, it's so nice. I really didn't want to get up. It's 6:47 a.m. and I didn't want to get up this early, but I knew that, anyway, let me start off by saying I am Nicole D. Ford. D as in delicious, delightful. I can't think of other D words, but yeah, I'm Nicole D. Ford. On social media, I'm Nicole D. Ford Vegas and Nicole D. Ford vlogger. And welcome to my world. Anyway, it's 6:47 a.m. and I really didn't want to get up this early, but I knew that it would be much cooler for my walk if I did get up early. So yesterday I was dogged by the heat in the morning, and then in the afternoon I did go for another walk, but my hip was hurting so bad and I wasn't walking and talking, and so I only did like 10 minutes. But you know what? It's 10 minutes more than I was doing when I was just laying in the bed. So anyway, I'm just gonna make a goal of 20 minutes. I know that I said that I wanted to do 30 minutes, but the path that I walked yesterday, if I go up a street and go down the cul-de-sac and then go up a street and down the cul-de-sac, and then come back down and go down the cul-de-sac and then come back down to my street, that turns out to be about 17 minutes. And by me going down my own cul-de-sac, hopefully that adds enough to get to 20 minutes. And it does feel very nice outside. So, and I'm hoping that by at least doing some walking and talking, that'll make it easier, because even though I'm kind of racking my brain and thinking, okay, what the heck am I going to talk about on these walks every day? It does help me to be able to walk and talk. So the ladies in the group, they are going skating tonight to the skating rink. And I know that I can barely walk, so I want to hang out with them. And so I told them that I would be coming, but I didn't tell them that I'm just coming to hang out, that I'm not going to skate, because I do like them, and I do want to hang out and get out and do stuff. But the actual idea of skating terrifies me, especially too because I'm heavy set, and I feel like if I fall, that I could actually break something. And so I used to skate like a champ when I was a kid. And so I know that I can skate, but I don't have strong enough muscles to skate, because like I said, it's hard enough for me to walk, let alone think that I could skate. So I'm gonna go hang out, and hopefully they won't mind me just being the person on the sidelines that watches the purses and jackets. And well, I don't even know if people will wear jackets today, but takes pictures, takes videos, has a good time, but doesn't actually skate. I just want to be out with them, hang out, continue to get to know them better, allow them to get to know me better, and all the things. Tomorrow, with another same kind of group, but this is Las Vegas Brunch Bunch. Tomorrow, going to a candle making and karaoke event, and so that should be fun. All right, let me just take a break. Okay, I think I'm just gonna walk and not talk, but anyway, glorious morning, and let's make it a great day. So it's still Thursday, March 19th, 2026, and I just want to report that, number one, I did 18 minutes on my walk, and I just made that okay. My hip was hurting really bad as I was walking, and I know it's just something that I need to get used to in terms of the walking, and that the hip pain will subside. And I also know that I need to do more stretching and stuff like that, and not laying in the bed, which I know exacerbates the hip pain. So, I'm taking it one step at a time, and I'm getting out there, and I'm doing that. But the other thing I wanted to report is that the ladies decided that we would not go to the skating rink today because it's spring break, and the adult skate night that they were going to have is not going to happen this evening because of spring break. And so that's cool. I have a whole nother idea of what I might accomplish today. And like I said, I'm going to the candle making event tomorrow, or candle pouring. And then Saturday, I'm going to a painting event with Angelique, Paint with Angelique, which is a whole different vibe. It's praise and paint. So it's much more, gospel oriented and all the things, but that'll be cool. And then on Sunday I work. So I got a lot going on. So not going out today will be fine. And then we're going to go do the skating thing next week instead. Ta-da!